after 3 long weeks away.
Long time. I forgot
we went through Father's Day. I hope everybody had a great Father's Day. We went through, what was it, 8 WWE pay-per-views? Because they didn't have them all the time.
There was a lot of pay-per-views.
A lot of pay-per-views here.
But we
are
pay-per-view this last time. Yes. We had too many visitors to film, so
we did.
We had a lot of people in the studio hanging out with us.
We were back, and we were starting with some great news.
Huge.
Great news.
If you love commentary in the WWE, you're going to love the fact that NXT finally got rid of Tom Phillips. And they finally got rid of Tom Phillips on the other show, too.
Yes.
205 Live. We got Vic Joseph on there in minor news. And in most excellent news.
As soon as they find somebody who plays Corey on 205, then everybody will be
one show apiece.
Yes.
And that's how it needs to be. I don't want to hear your voice on every show. But the return of Mauro Ranallo, I don't know how to say it, but MR.
Sounded pretty close there.
Mr. MR is back. Mr. MR? It's like a double entendre.
Perfect location for him.
Yes.
He only has Hunter in his ear, and Hunter's not going to probably be yelling about him and yelling at him, and he calls a wrestling move a wrestling move, or he calls a wrestler.
And he'll say Mamma Mia a lot.
Mamma Mia, great with that.
I don't know. That one line gets on my nerves.
They need to walk on Percy Watson out there because he's just going to be the lone man who may get a word in edgewise.
He's the David Otunga of NXT.
Yes. The over-under on the first episode. How many words would Percy get in? I say 12 words the whole episode.
I mean, I think Mauro and Nigel McGuinness can handle it.
Yes, and it should just be 2 men on there.
It should be 2 men on every show. But they don't know how to do that anymore. But he did return. They filmed, when we're filming this is Saturday, they filmed their shows on Friday.
Last night, yep.
So he came back last night, and he will be there. He has a multi-year deal, so let's hope this deal does not go awry like his last one, because he's not on Smackdown Live anymore. So I think it's going to be a much better fit for him. Yeah, they said even Triple H brought him out.
Yeah, I saw the video. I saw the video, yes. People were chanting, welcome back, welcome back.
I like it.
It's a great thing. And a lot of people were thanking him on Twitter, too.
I like it.
When he was coming back. So, hey, you got somebody there who the fans love.
And he has wrestling knowledge. It's not like you just picked a guy off the street.
I mean, he stepped in I love JR. And JR, and I hated when he left. I was like, of course, left on bad terms with WWE. Fired for something they didn't do.
Again, he's been fired so many times.
I'm glad he's finally back. That's good. But Mario, or MR,
yes,
he's my new JR.
There you go.
And he's on NXT, so hey.
And I know because they both do the same type of commentary. Right. We'll probably never have Jim Ross and Mauro on the same team. But unless they were to do
something. How about them calling the women's tournament? No, they do the same job, so it's kind of hard for...
Right.
Yeah.
The only other way you could do it is kind of like a 3-man team like they do with Percy, and you'd have Mauro, Jim Ross, and Nigel or something like that. But then again, I think because Mauro talks so much and Jim Ross talks so much, they're going to step on each other's toes.
Yeah. So JR and whoever Lita, whoever's going to be, which should be Renee.
It should be Renee.
It should be JR and Renee doing the women's tournament. So,
I mean, Lita can be there like she was when she presented the new women's championship. She could be there to present the trophy or whatever they're going to do. They did film some qualifying matches, which we're going to get to that soon. We're going to talk about the Mae Young Classic. But
some more news as we was gone. Vader's not leaving. He is not retiring.
Even though he's old as mess.
Everybody read too much into that Twitter and led him to he's going to the old folks' home.
Apparently not.
It's not happening.
He's wanting to hang out with his grandchild, but apparently he does not have to retire in order to do that.
No. Let him stay around.
So I don't know what his first love is that he has to give up.
There's no telling. No.
Maybe smoking weed or something. You have to get rid of the drugs. You pillhead. You know, something like that.
Eat those apple pies.
Well, he's eating a lot of apple pies.
We got some John Cena news. He's returning on the 4th of July to Smackdown.
But let's make him a bigger deal than everybody else by making him what?
A free agent.
A free agent. But yeah, we're not putting him on a pedestal.
No, we started like 2 or 3 promos, return promos of him returning. And then all of a sudden, they threw free agent in there all of a sudden.
Yeah, so now he can appear on Raw and on SmackDown.
Well, I'm sorry, but he's a SmackDown guy.
Yes.
He should be on SmackDown. He doesn't need to be on Raw.
No.
Raw has enough people. Raw has enough time. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Because they're making him seem like a bigger deal than everybody else by making him a free agent. But they're trying to do that way, so let's say he comes back now and he's on SmackDown, and then he goes away to do another movie. Oh, but we want him to feud with so-and-so that's on Raw, so we'll just throw him on Raw this time when he gets back. It's kind of they're treating him the same way they've done Undertaker.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I
don't
like that either. You know, Undertaker showed up on SmackDown and told them that they better win and do this.
Yes.
And the next time he shows up, he's on Raw.
He's on Raw.
And the next time he shows up, he's on Raw. It's like...
So why give a pep talk to SmackDown?
Yeah, I know.
Talk me, I'm back, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're on Raw feuding with Roman Reigns or whatever. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm wearing the shirt. You can see a little bit of the gold dust in there. But this is the Gold Dust Cody Rhodes tag team shirt because we've got huge news.
Which happened last night.
Happened last night on Friday. A lot of stuff happening on Fridays. Got Mauro come back on NXT. You also were, it's out there. People know about it. Bobby Fish has come to NXT on Friday night, but
don't know when he'll be.
We don't know what episode.
Yeah, they didn't put the dates on there.
But
and they can move them all around too. So
in Ring of Honor news, we have a brand new Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion as Christopher Daniels took on Cody Rhodes in about a 20-minute classic. Because I watched it, somebody got it and posted it online. I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, too.
I was like, ooh, I wonder if they're gonna get in trouble. But it was
because they have the entrances. It started off with them just in the ring.
He's just in the ring, yeah.
And when the pinfall happened, it cut off. So about
no celebration. It was about 20 minutes though.
Yeah,
very good match, very good back and forth. But ladies and gentlemen, your brand new World Heavyweight Champion in Ring of Honor is Cody Rhodes.
30 years since a Rhodes held a world title.
Is that not insane?
I know.
I think it was 1986.
How convenient.
Was it 86? Something like that. Yeah. So. Skipped to Rhodes though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
But that
I
still think that Dustin could have ran as a world champion, maybe in a smaller promotion.
Dustin or Gold Dust?
Either way.
Yes.
The Natural. Why was the Natural never world champion when Dusty was in charge of WCW?
Yes.
It would have fit back then.
Goldust could have held the world title.
I think Goldust could have held it if they used him correctly. I mean,
I hear Goldust is world champion. Please come on. More gold to add to the gold
there
gimmick?
You go. But of course, it's not going to happen now.
No. He's going to hang around in R-Truth for 2 or 3 more months, and then.
Yeah, and why are they having? Okay, they had all these promos, and you're going to have their match on Raw? No, you have it on pay-per-view.
Save it for a Great Balls of Fire.
And they'll probably have a rematch on the pre-show. Like this, but this,
there'll be no outcome here.
These two mean so much to us. We're going to put them on the pre-show.
Yeah.
No.
You're right.
If you want Goldust heel turn to mean something, put it on the pay-per-view.
No, you've been this long. That's true. I know.
The promos have been good.
Yeah.
The vignettes have been nice. No touching, no nothing. So they need to have a double DQ, double count out, something here, and actually have it mean something at the pay-per-view, not on the pre-show.
Right. We got some former TNA stars and more have reported to sign with WWE.
WWE's pulled up a bunch of people.
Hey, I mean, it works. We got, let's see, who was to say, Thea.
Thea Trinidad's already showed up.
Yeah,
she's doing stuff with Almost.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently she looks like she's been in a relationship with him before or something is the storyline. Because she came in and got all pissy with him when he was standing there with all the women.
Mm-hmm.
But Thea Trinidad is the real life girlfriend to Austin Aries.
Which if you saw the Hall of Fame, you saw that because she was there with. Yeah,
so hopefully, I guess maybe with Aries being there, it kind of helped her get her foot in the door. That's totally fine. But she has joined several more stars at the Performance Center that have recently signed with WWE. Finally, former TNA star Gunner, they've been teasing this for a long time.
He did show up on the set of tapings.
He did not.
No. So. They got a few more to go because they got to film another set before SummerSlam. So
gotcha.
SummerSlam weekend.
Independent wrestlers Evie, I guess that's how you would say that.
Yeah, I think so.
EVIE and Nixon Newell.
They're part of the Mae Young Classic.
There you go. But they've signed actual deals though.
Yes.
Not just one-offs like some of the, because some of the talent for the Cruiserweight Classic were just one-off people.
Right. And speaking of the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yes.
Yeah. Fabian
Aichner, I think.
Aichner, yeah, he was in there. He got beat in the first round, but he's signed now. He's
German wrestler trained under Alex Wright. Das Wunderkind.
Oh, not Alex Wright. Das Wunderkind.
It's Das Wunderkind. Or Berlin, maybe,
Berlin. Yes, that was better for him.
Yes, it was better
Not
for
much,
him.
but it was better for him.
But I found out the reason why it just fell off the face of the earth is because Russo came in and took over, and that wasn't a Russo creation, so he got rid of it. One of those type
One of those things, yes.
Speaking of Russo, I know it has nothing to do with this, but I have to comment.
On the restraining order?
He has put out a restraining order on Jim Cornette because Jim Cornette made him fear. Little old fat Jim Cornette. Come on now. Jim Cornette has made Vince Russo, supposed to be a tough New Yorker, fear for his life. Also saying that Jim Cornette has been stalking him for over 20 years. You're telling me that this man's been stalking you and you're just now going to the police about it? Come on now.
That's just all fake.
There's an actual police report.
Oh, that is so stupid.
There's a report out there. It is legit, this dude. After sitting there, I don't know if you saw the video, but he straight up did the apology to Jim Cornette because Jim Cornette asked him for a real fight.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, Vince Russo apologized to him by apologizing that I'm sorry, Jim Cornette, that I'm better than you. I'm sorry, Jim Cornette, that they picked me over you in the WWF. I'm sorry that they picked me over you in TNA. I'm sorry, Jim, for all that. I was like, come on, dude. You're antagonizing him, and now all of a sudden you're afraid for your life?
Yeah, that's...
Behind your keyboard and your webcam? Come on now.
A bunch of crap, yeah.
It's ridiculous, but that's my little Carter's Corner.
That's fine. I mean, but that's true. Yeah, if I think of people, Russo shouldn't be scared of Cornette, and Cornette shouldn't be scared of Russo.
No!
That's just terrible.
It's ridiculous. Now, if it was someone like The Big Show coming after Vince Russo, yeah, I'd be a little scared. He could sit on you, you'd be dead.
Yes, but he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do that. No. But back to other names that are coming in. Axel Dieter Jr. I'm just reading it the way it's spelled. It's Dieter.
I don't know who it is.
Never heard of him, but of course Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Did debut.
They did debut, so this is accurate information here at Money in the Bank. Not Mike Bennett anymore.
Nope, I thought they'd show back up and do another one of those things on Tuesday, but they didn't.
But apparently they did. If you were to look on WWE.com exclusive and it was on YouTube, they did do one for the live crowd that did not make the show.
So it should have made the show.
It should have made the show, but, you know, time constraints. Now, if they were on Raw, of course, they'd have plenty of time.
They still have time
They
restraints.
probably still, yeah, they still probably would
How
make
did you
it.
run out of time for 3 hours?
Right.
On to now the Mae Young Classic we talked about a while ago. It's getting so much closer to the first round.
Yes, we got some very interesting information here that they currently plan to release a preview episode, which is probably some of the cauliflowers.
Or go with the women like they did the men.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
because they had some qualifiers. I cannot say that word. They did do some qualifiers.
And I don't know. I haven't seen all the girls. Some may have cauliflower ears. I don't know.
They might. That's MMA girls.
Yeah.
But they did do some of those matches at the NXT taping, so maybe we'll see some of those. But yes, they'll do a preview episode showing the girls and who they are, so we can get used to who they are. But that preview will come out August 20th with the first round of the tournament then being released via the video on demand section of the network during the final week of August. Fans will then be able to binge watch all episodes of round 1 when it is released.
Yeah.
The second round of the tournament will then be released during the first week of September. WWE originally discussed releasing it during SummerSlam week, but ends up not wanting the tournament to be overshadowed by everything going on during SummerSlam week in New York City.
That's a good thing.
It is.
You promote during SummerSlam what's coming up, you know.
Right. You don't want to overshadow things.
No.
And then, of course, the finals of the tournament are now set to air live on the WWE Network on September the 12th.
Which is a Tuesday.
That is weird.
Very interesting, yes.
WWE is taping Smackdown live in
Las
Las Vegas that night. So it's possible the finals will air live from Vegas.
Let's see it.
As noted, all rounds of the 32 competitor tournament, with the exception of the finals, will tape on Thursday, July 13th and Friday, July 14th I don't like that date, by the way. At Full Sail University, the tournament will feature names from NXT, as we already have heard about this,
Right.
as well as independent wrestlers that are brought in for the event. Here is a list of names that fans should expect to see as participants.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Yeah. Tano Milo.
Sarah Logan, who is formerly known as Crazy Mary Dobson.
Right.
Kimber Lee, who's now has a different name.
And she should have been taken off on count. Yeah, Sarah Logan's already been moved down. She should have been taken off earlier, yes. Julia Ho.
Hey.
I thought they changed her name.
Whoa.
I know, poor Julia.
Victoria Gonzalez.
Mary Kate.
Mm.
I think.
Not Mary Kate and Ashley.
No, just Mary Kate.
Because they look like they're about 80 years old now.
Yes.
Zio Exa.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
And names are already signed. We talked about two earlier. Nixon, Newell, and Evie.
Demi Bennett. Probably no relation to Mike Bennett.
Canales, no.
Canales, yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to do the next one you do.
Karaya Hojo.
Yes, have you seen her?
No.
She's going to give
Oxa?
Oxa run for money.
Oscar? I can't even say her name.
Oscar.
Oscar, thank you.
Yes.
I always say it wrong.
Not Oksana, no, that's the one gone a long time.
Double E. Yes, that's her. She
Oscar
sucked.
and the other
Asuka.
Japanese girl coming in. They're both going to give her a run for money.
I like it.
I do too. I would say Thea
already said
Trinidad.
Trinidad, yes. And this person already had a qualifier match, not a cauliflower ear match.
Nope.
Bianca Belair, which I'm thinking is the one that has the long ponytail, because I saw her on a video from a live event, and she literally used her hair as a way to daze her opponent.
Yeah, we would hair it hurt sometimes.
She literally takes it, and it's in a long ponytail, I mean all the way down her back. She threw it, hits the girl in the face, and she's like, wow! And then boom, hit her with the finisher.
Hey, whatever works, I guess.
Hey, it works.
We also got Vanessa Bourne.
Abby Lath, which she was under a different name. They just gave her this new name.
Right. Our girl, Tessa Blanchard.
We said from the get-go, if she's not in it, there's something wrong.
And there's a lot of people calling for her to be the winner.
It wouldn't shock me. But, of course, when we called for the winners on the other stuff,
yeah,
it was out of nowhere.
Who would have thought TJP? I would never thought TJP.
Yes. Because the two top runners didn't want to sign with the company.
Yeah, we got to look at that too. We got to find who's signed
actually signed
and who's not signed.
Because we know, like Sarah Logan, Kimberly, Nixon, Newell, Evie, those people are signed. Thea Trinidad is signed. Bianca Belair is signed. Abby is signed. We don't know that Tessa's signed yet. We haven't heard. She's been doing a lot of stuff in Japan, so we don't know. Jazzy Garbert.
Yeah.
Garbert. And I guess they changed her last name now because it's the same girl.
Thank you. Thanks, fun.
Yes.
They didn't say nothing about that one. Yeah.
The Milo, what he said a while ago,
yes.
Tyron Milo. Underneath here is Tyron Cody. So maybe they just changed her name and put her on the.
We'll get better here.
Kativa Divey.
Yeah.
That's a really weird name. Hope they change hers.
Tony Storm. With an I.
Yes, with an I. Lacey Evans, which already is signed with the company. We already said Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
And then Prasanna Sujit.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I feel better.
From India.
I feel better when they get the preview on the 20th to find out this girl's name.
Yeah, all the girls' names and how to pronounce it and stuff. Which, that should be a female doing that preview, not Corey Graves.
Not part of Renee.
Renee doing the preview?
Yeah.
Which is
that wouldn't surprise me, Jared and Lita. So.
Doing the commentary? Ugh. I'm just saying Lita's not a very good commentator. She's done it before.
She's done it before, you're right.
She used to do like Shotgun Saturday Night or one of the
they got
shows.
Charlie. They got Charlie and that other girl, so they got a couple of girls who could do the pre-show.
Yeah, and the backstage interviews with the girls.
I mean, I didn't do the other show, but I think Renee will be the. Hell, that may be Renee and JR.
Well, you know how they did it before. They had the two commentators and they had the person in the control center, which was Corey Graves. But he don't need to do it now.
No, he got enough to do.
Maybe Nigel will be the person doing the preview.
Have you seen the new guy going off here? You said Corey Graves. Yeah,
Vic Joseph?
Joseph, yes.
I've seen him, yeah.
Yes.
What about it?
He looks like Corey Graves.
Well, I mean, they
No, I mean, you got Corey Graves with tattoos and Vic with no tattoos.
Yeah,
and
Corey
the hair,
Graves with no tattoos.
and their hair was the same. Like, these twins here?
If you ever noticed that they hire some people that look like Tom Phillips and Todd Grisham and Todd Pettengill all look alike.
And Mike.
And who?
The one that, Jericho called him Mike and everything else.
Oh, well, see?
Yeah,
I mean, they all look alike.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Michael Cole kind of has the same look as the Todds and the Toms.
He does.
So it's really weird. And we're not going to talk about people like Percy Watson. We're not going to go over that.
No, we don't want to know that once already. Well, that's it, folks, for part 1 of being back. It didn't run as long as I thought it was good, because last time we were off and come back, we just jabbered. So, but come on back to part 2 as we go over the Monday Night Wars April 15th through May 13th.
Very nice.
Of 1996. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a Carter.
We'll see in a few clicks. Is that a new thing? Whiplash!